Oh, namaste. This is Shastri Mungala, Vedas World Secretary. We have today Dr. Venkata Chaganti Garu, Mr. Tarun Banala, and likewise Mr. Murli Cheru Garu also here on the call. Welcome all.
Namaste.
Oh, namaste.
I'm
Namaste,
Dr.
thank you.
Venkata Chaganti.
This is Tarun Banal.
This is Murli Cheru. Thank you for inviting me to this discussion.
Thank you, Shastri
So,
Garu.
sir, today Tarun Banala has some questions on Ramayana, Mahabharata, based on a video on some person. So I'll leave the table to Tarun Banala Garu to address his questions.
Yeah, thank you, Shastri Garu, and thank you, everyone. So I want to talk about. I have seen a video recently by Nilesh Oak, Mr. Nilesh Oak. So Mr. Nilesh Oak is a researcher on astronomy and also a few other things related to Indian history and Puranas or the Indian civilization in total. So he talks about a few evidences like geological evidences, hydrological evidences, and also astronomical evidences. And the mentions of these astronomical events and also the rivers, etc., from Ramayana and Mahabharata, and tries to get to the age of Mahabharata or Ramayana or Rig Veda. So, based on his interpretations, I have a few questions from the video. So, if everyone is okay, we can
So
get
he's
started with the question.
Nilesh Oak is he a scientist or is he a physicist or is a what is he?
I think he is a chemical engineer,
Okay.
but he, because of his engineer or I don't exactly remember what it is,
Okay.
but he is a chemist,
Okay.
something like that.
So,
something like that,
yeah,
something
so
related
based
to
on his
chemical
passion,
engineering.
he is talking about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
based on his passion, he studied many things, and
Fantastic.
yeah.
When is
So,
he made? When he's made this video actually?
so it
Recently.
was made in 2020, but he has been doing research since many years,
Okay.
like maybe 22 to 10 years. There are also his books in mentioned in the video that
Yeah.
I have seen.
Yes.
So we can see the
Tarun, after in the description, we'll have to add that. So send me the link also.
okay, sure.
Yeah. All of you either speak loudly or keep the mic close to the mouth so that I can listen to that. Okay. Yeah. Tarun, go ahead. What's your
So I
first
have
question?
a few questions. First, basic questions. So does Rig Veda have any astronomical observations? Does it speak about rivers like River Saraswati? Because he mentions about there are presence of astronomical observations in Rig Veda and also River Saraswati in Rig Veda. So does Rig Veda have those?
Shastri Garu, what's your answer for this?
Astronomical observations, I think it will have it, but Saraswati River, I'm not sure. It may.
By the way,
I'm
what
not
do you
sure.
mean by astronomical observations, Tarun? That means
So
somebody observed it and wrote it in Rig Veda. That's what you mean is?
yeah.
That's
So
what
he talks
Nilesh
about
Oak
Oh,
says.
yeah.
So what's your answer, Shastri Garu?
then my answer changes completely because Rig Veda is given by God, and it will not be written like that. Or if whatever are there in Rig Veda, it will happen or it will be like that. But it's not like someone observed it and then he wrote it down.
Okay. Murli Garu?
I mean, Rig Veda, my understanding, sir, it doesn't specifically mention about a specific river or a specific location or a specific person. It's more generalized concept. It's more abstract. So it Saraswati, that word might have been there, might be referring to some kind of river or some kind of person, some kind of specific meaning, but it may not necessarily represent the same Saraswati that has been, Nilesh is talking about.
Yes, you both are right. So what Mr. Shastri and what Mr. Murli says is correct. See, Rig Veda will have the word Saraswati, Rig Veda has the word astronomy, stars or sun, whatever it is, it will have. It is like this. There is a rishi named Vasistha. You know that? Tarun, do you know
Yes.
that there's a
Yes.
rishi named Vasistha? Okay. Do you know that there's a rishi named Vishwamitra,
Yes.
Agastya?
Yes.
All these names are taken from Vedam and they kept their names like that. Or their parents kept their name like that.
Mhm.
So, but it is not that they have, they have written the Vedam or they have observed that. So Nilesh Oak, if he says in Rigveda Saraswati river is mentioned, that means he didn't understand what is Rigveda. See, here we have Pavakanaha Saraswati, that mantra is there. Okay, similarly, we have Maho Arnaha Saraswati. So, yes,
Yes.
here in these set of three mantras in Rigveda, in the first mandala, these refer to the Madhyamika Vak, that is the Vani. So it says about Vani, Maho Arnaha means it is a great ocean. That is the Sanskrit, the language of Veda is ocean. So you can't compare it with anything else. So that's the meaning of that. There Saraswati. So people misunderstood this, especially these foreigners when they came to India, they started interpreting it very wrongly.
Mhm.
And they have changed a lot of things. But Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, then he driven everybody to that point. Now you have to talk about Niruktamu, Yaskamu, Niruktamu, and then you have to take about the grammar, and then talk about the mantra meaning. So you see, it is Veda is given before the creation totally has happened. I have explained this one in Purusha Suktam. So the jnanam is given already to the rishis who are descending onto this earth when the creation is happening. So therefore, in that the mantra is given. So by that time, there is no Saraswati river, there is no Ganga river, there is nothing. So still the
Mhm.
formation of earth is taking place. So therefore, whenever something is referred in the Veda mantra, you should not take a person's name, as Muraligar said. You cannot take. As Shastri said that, this totally changes the concept of what we are talking. So Mr. Nilesh Oak, either he did not read Vedas, or he read a corrupted version, or he read some shaka, some branch, which some people wrote in their own context, but not Vedam.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
Pavakanaha Saraswati, here Pavakanaha means which one is which is very pure in form. Correct? Pavakanaha Saraswati Vaje Bhirvajini Ivati. So when the mantra goes like this, here when we say Pavakanaha Saraswati, which is Pavitra Karakamu, that means which is Pavitra Karak, that's going to make us purified. So now Saraswati river, can it purify a person? No, it cleans a person, no doubt. But purification means the knowledge, the mind, the body, everything should be purified. So Pavakanaha Saraswati, that's what is we are talking about, which purifies. What purifies? If you keep thinking, then you'll understand the Vaku, what we are speaking, that purifies. Okay,
Yeah.
that should be taken. So therefore, nowhere in Vedam it is like this, that there's a river Saraswati. There are rivers. What is a river is explained in Veda. It doesn't mean that that we should take that Saraswati river. That's so, that's so much European version what he's talking is.
There is one correction. I think Mr. Nilesh Oak also knows Sanskrit. He
Yeah.
said that it is his interpretation, and
Yeah.
he also says that some other persons also have interpreted it this way. So he thought that it is correct, and he has interpreted it that way. That's what he's saying. So, but it is wrong.
It's wrong.
That's yeah.
So see,
In my opinion, Sanskrit is very contextual, mantra specifically. So we can take literal meaning. Sometimes we have to take context into the consideration before deciding what is the exact meaning of it. Because Sanskrit words have many meanings, right? They change from context to context.
Context.
yeah, so
Yes.
in this you see Pavakanah Saraswati Vajebir Vajinivati Yajnam Vastu Diya Vasuhu. We say that. So it is for Yajnam we use that Vani. We can't use Saraswati water for Yajnam, correct? So Saraswati river is not Yajnam. So Yajnam Vastu Diya Vasuhu. So Diya, Dhi means Buddhi. So it's going to give us Buddhi. So therefore, when the mantra goes like that, the Saraswati should be taken as Madhyamika Vakku. Saras is the actual, what do you call it, root for this. So that has a meaning. So that's how we should go. And then this mantra goes, the next mantra goes, Chodayatri Sonruta Anam Chetanti Sumatinam. Like this it goes. Chodayatri means which drives. Okay, you know, in a taxi driver is called chodak. So who drives the car. So like that. So driving force is the madhyamika vak.
Okay.
Okay. So maho arnaha. It is arnaha means samudram. That is an ocean of maha arnaha saraswati. So Saraswati is this vaku is maho arnaha. So that is, it has a lot of words in that. Lot means lot. You know that today you have English words about 6 lakhs, that is 600,000 words or so approximately, or maximum 1 million. Every language has a certain like that. But Sanskrit, as of today, Sanskrit scholars in India, they say there are about 300 crores of words are there. So how can you justify that, just with simple things? Because it's a language like that. That's why Maho Arnaha Saraswati and Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, he explains in one of his contexts that you can expand this one. I gave you an explanation in one of the videos. See, Kaha means Sukham. That is, it's happiness, joy. Okay. Akaha means opposite one. That is, it's not. Okay. Nakaha, again Sukham. That but moksham this time. Okay. So this how the words keep expanding. So you can't limit them. So it keeps on. You can add prefix and suffix like that. It keeps going.
And I also heard like the letter A has like 6 meanings.
Yes.
Not just opposite. But
yeah, that's correct. So then which context you have to take, that's again. So that's why we will not go into the linguistic depth of that, but we understand that mantra Saraswati here is Madhyamika Vak. Yeah. So but not, you can also use it for a Nadi, the name for Nadi, but it is not that Nadi which is present there.
Yeah. So based on the evidence, like geological evidences of the Saraswati River, paleo channel is what it is said, I think. I don't know the correct word, but yeah. So based on the channel of the Saraswati River, and based on that, he predicted that since Saraswati, since the mention of the river Saraswati is present, Rigveda has come at least like 100,000 years after the Saraswati River.
Yeah, so that's what his interpretation is totally wrong about Vedam. He might be correct about Saraswati River being present there, but not Vedam.
Not Vedam.
Vedam is 196 crores and change. That is approximately 197 crore years.
Yeah. So so at the start of his video, he said that based on his interpretation and evidences, he has come with these years. But in order for us to give a correct, our interpretation, we need to present our evidences.
Yeah,
that's what he's
for sure. Definitely we'll present our evidence. So our evidence is like this. Rigveda is 196 crore years is like this. In India, everybody, every corner of the country you go, when you talk about Sankalpam, then we say Om Tat Sat and start. So the timeline will say, okay, this is first Manvantara, second Manvantara, Saptama Manvantara, like this we keep saying. So the timeline is decided there. Okay, there we'll say we say Astavimsati Tatime, that is 28th Chaturyuga we are in. Okay, Saptame Vaivasvata Manvantare. So we are in the 7th Manvantara. So Manvantara has a meaning. Everybody knows in India. So 7th Manvantara and Astavimsatatime, 28th Chaturyuga. And then that Chaturyuga, there are 4 yugas. In that Kali Yuge, Pradama Pade, and so on we go. So we tell that one. Ajya Brahmanaha. So now this Brahmana, okay, we are in daytime of the Brahmana, Dvitiya Prahararte, Sweta Varaha Kalpe, and so on. We keep telling it. So the timeline, everyone in India says the same timeline.
Okay.
It has to be of same timeline. No discrepancy in that. You understand? The crores of people have the same timeline. Until some other foreigner came into this and then they started this one. But everybody has the same timeline. So when you have the same timeline, that means there is called Sabda Pramana. We have Prachaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, Sabda Pramana, Apta Pramana, and so on. So therefore, in this Sabda Pramana, this is, we hear from Guru to Shishya, same thing. Nowhere any change.
Okay.
If the change is there, if there is a person between Godavari and Krishna, he'll tell Godavari, Krishna, Madhya Pradesh, he will start talking about that. Okay. If you are in America, Khande, something like that, we'll tell that place. But place is immaterial for us. Here, Sankalpam is about timeline. So that is first Pramana. Second Pramana. So, which I was talking and I made a video also, that Grand Canyons are there here.
Yes.
Grand Canyons, they have, the Grand Canyon has a split like this because of the water flowing above that. So a river is flowing, then it cut the Grand Canyons. And we have different stones. So therefore, the scientists have calculated this is of so many years old, this is so many years old, this is formed at this year, and so on they have given. So that the timeline they have given is approximately how much is the question.
Yes.
Okay, the timeline they gave is matching with the Vedic literature. That is, the Vedas are born. So how is this and that connected is a question. Now then another proof I am going to give you. That is, when you say that there is what the Grand Canyon is a very great height. So in the top of it, no water. How can there be a river? So river is not there, but river has been created because of rains.
Yes.
So the rain should have fallen. The rain to fall, we require something. We require something, some climatical change should occur. Otherwise, rain cannot be possible. And human activity should be there in order to rain to come. Otherwise, without human activity, no rain. This is for sure. And because the aerosols should be there in order to create the rain. So the aerosols of the nature itself like this cannot create rain. Otherwise, on moon you should have rain, on Mars you should have rain. Human activity should be there in order to have rain. Okay, so first thing. And second thing is that because of that rain only, it's possible to cut that Grand Canyon, and then it make into a cave like this thing. Okay, so therefore that should, the valley to have, you require water to keep flowing. So it is how many years old? 190 or 200 crore years old, that one. So approximately. And oxygen has come out approximately the same time. Without oxygen, human cannot exist. So all these evidences show that. The final one is that without yajna, no rain. Okay, this is a solid proof. Now the question is, there are rains in America, nobody is doing yajna there, then how is rain is possible? Is a question. The question is, if there are no rains anywhere in the world, let's say, nowhere rain in the world, then yajna can only create rain. This is the point. So therefore, based on that evidences, all these evidences, we can say that Rig Veda is about 197 crore years old. Human creation. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So I gave Sabda Pramana, I gave Anumana Pramana, which is Grand Canyon cutting.
Grand Canyon.
And then Prachaksha Pramana, Yajna creates rain. So these three Pramanas. Remember, the pramana should have a clarity. Anumana pramana means only doubt I cannot. Anumana pramana means once it should have occurred, somebody must have seen it, and next time if the same thing is occurring, they will suspect it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, I see clouds are there. It might rain, it might not rain.
Mhm.
But based on the color of the clouds, I see that, oh, it's going to rain because I saw previously when it was raining the same color. Based on that, I can tell. So this is called Anumana Pramana. Okay, that every scientist today is doing Anumana Pramana.
Yeah, black holes. and
Yeah,
so-
yeah, black holes is Anumana Pramana. There's no evidence for that. So, okay, anyhow, proceed for the next one.
Yeah, so there is another thing about Rig Veda.
Yeah.
So it is like he says that there is a mention of Sita. He
Okay.
refers the word Sita as a person in Rig Veda, and that is related to agriculture and refers to the mantras of 457, fourth mandala 57, and 4 to 8
Rig Veda.
mantras. Yeah. And he talks about also agriculture and start of seasons. I mean monsoons.
Mhm.
So based on the present modern science evidence, he talks that only the present day monsoons have started at a particular time in the past, and so the Rig Veda has come after that particular time.
What is that time he says?
I think around 28,000 BCE.
What do you say, Shastriya?
You spend so much time in explaining all these things. I think the answer flows along for this question also.
No, what do you say? What he says is Rig Veda mentions Sita, Rig Veda mentions monsoon, Rig Veda mentions something, and the monsoon has started according to modern science. Monsoon has started about 28,000 years. So this particular Vedam should be of this old, or Ramayana should be this old. That's what he says.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what you're saying. I'm not clear about what you're saying.
Vedam, as told earlier, at the time of Earth's formation only, Vedam was given by God. So he might give so many other pramanas, or some proofs, but unless he gives some solid proof, it will not have any relevance here.
He's giving a solid proof that there is modern science says that the monsoons have started some 28,000 years ago. That's what Tarun
No.
says.
I mean,
So,
in Indian subcontinent.
Indian subcontinent.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no.
Muraligar, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we discussed already, like Sita is a person name.
One correction, Andy, sorry.
Yeah.
So the present day monsoon, that's what he says. The
present
present
day monsoon.
existing monsoon.
All right.
There might be rains in the past, but
But present day
So
monsoon.
what is the
the
so what is the
climatic
difference between a
conditions.
monsoon and a rain? I did not
Monsoon
understand.
is a season.
See,
Monsoon is a season, seasonal based. That is every year cyclically it comes. Suppose on April 5th rain is there, and every year April 5th rain is there, that you can call it as a season occurring. But whereas rain has come, next time rain, sometime else it come, it's different story. But monsoon means a certain period there will be rains.
No, I don't agree to his statement.
What do you say, Murali Garu?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, European historians and, they have been tampering the dates for many years. So they always reverse engineer, they take whatever they know and they try to fit the Rig Veda and Hindu, these ancient knowledge and science into it. So because of that reverse engineering, they adjust every fact actually. So in reality, that is not there. Seasons, I believe, have been mentioned in the Rig Veda long time ago, and they have been happening for many years, like you said, millions of years. And actually, in Ramayana and Bharata, Bharata is recent, but in Ramayana also, you see a lot of references to seasonal aspects and monsoons and all those things, being there. So I mean, I strongly doubt this, and to me, Rig Veda and even seasonal formation, all those are very old actually.
Exactly.
That's much many
What
years.
we can say about this is it's an inference. So that monsoon timeline is an inference as an Anumana Pramana. So it cannot be told until you see once. See, I said the Anumana Pramana should be based on Pratyaksha Pramana.
Exactly.
So this Anumana Pramana will not stand. That's not a correct thing. Inferences are not correct.
Right.
They see
The-
inference based on there is no other explanation is different story.
Right.
But that cannot be.
But for monsoons, we don't need all that. For black holes, yes, we need,
Yeah.
to make such,
Yeah. See,
monsoons were there,
yeah.
people
See,
were
today
looking.
modern science so much developed, but still today the pandemic is there and virus they're in from day one they're telling some one story, next day another story, another story, another story. Are they scientists or some normal people? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about human existence only a few thousand years ago,
Ah.
but later they realized millions of years ago people were there, human beings
Yeah,
were there,
if you go back to 20 years, they said humans have evolved only 10,000 years back only. And then,
Right.
then when they found a skull, which is of 50,000 years old, they said 50,000 years back humans were there. Then,
Recently,
then they recently found 130,000 years in Israel. And they said, okay, humans were there at 130,000. Then another scientist told, they found another skull at 200,000 years old. Then they said, okay, they are 200,000 years. They are not sure.
you see, I read an article which said 2 million years ago there were people in China actually.
So therefore, this is the
Right.
understand. Tarun, this inferences will not do.
Sir, the biggest joke is till yesterday Pluto was a planet, but today it is not.
Yeah, that's the science condition. So no inferences. We want a direct evidence. Okay. So what we gave Sabda Pramana, Apta Pramana is correct. Okay, Apta means who has no partiality. He is based on the society's condition. He will give the society the exact nature without any partiality. That's called Apta Pramana. Sabda Pramana, Apta Pramana, and Pratyaksha Pramana, which I gave you, that's more than enough. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Hmm.
Any other question?
So this
That
is
Sita,
everything related to
word
Rig Veda.
Sita, let me tell you, this word Sita. Sita means that we call it Nagali in Telugu. Okay, that what do you call it? The ploughing.
Plava.
That what is it called in English?
Plow.
Plough.
Plough.
Okay, that plough. That plough. The end of the plough is called Sita.
Okay.
So when Janaka Maharaj he was ploughing, to that it come and hit. So he named it as Sita. Her name as Sita. That's the reason. That's what they called it. But actually, Sita means that ploughing edge, that one, that corner one. So when you plough something, with the Sita, that Sita should plough properly the bhumi, and then we get that one. Okay. So we are running out of time. Any other thing? Anything else, Tarun?
So he talks about many other things like other Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata. So I'll just quickly cover the Ramayana since we have less time.
Okay.
So in Ramayana, he says that there are mentions of rivers. So there is a mention of Yamuna River and also the Sutlej River or Shatudri.
Yeah,
he says.
Shatudri River.
Yeah. So based on the present evidence of the Yamuna River, he says that Yamuna has split after only like 50,000 BC or some age. And so since Yamuna is mentioned in Ramayana, so Ramayana is Valmiki Ramayana specifically.
Yeah, see.
So
the Kavyamu, anything can be present. But whenever something is taken from Rigveda, you should not say that Rigveda is written at this time. That's wrong.
Okay.
See, we have one mantra, I gave you that Trayusham, Jamadagne, Trayusham. So that mantra says Jamadagne word. So Jamadagni is a Rishi name also. It doesn't mean that, Trayusham, the 300 years Jamadagni lived. That's not the meaning of that. So from Vedam, the meanings are taken and kept for themselves. People kept their name like that. But it doesn't mean that that's the timeline for that Vedam. For sure.
So based on that, he says that Ramayana is like at least, I mean, there are also other astronomical
this
things.
Evidence what he gives can be correct for Ramayana, but not for
Vedas. Yes.
Yeah. So based on that, and also like present of 2 pole stars is what he says. I think.
See, all these, what you call astronomical events or the physical evidence can be applied to Ramayana, Mahabharata, but not for Vedam. Because every word what our ancestors used are from Vedam.
Okay.
So Janaka Maharaj, Janaka. So what is Janaka actually? So it's born from father. What do you mean by born from father? Everybody is born from father. So what is this? Without mother, that's the meaning of that.
Oh,
Yes, you know the story? Oh my God. So this so fantastic things, So without mother, from father he has come. So that is
and
how
he,
Janaka, ancestors are
we-
born. So that's the meaning. But this Janaka, whether he was born like that or not, I do not know. And there are many Janakas in the,
dynasty
in
of
our
Mithila.
history. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So see, I'll tell you one simple example. To give this evidence, I'll give you the evidence. You heard about Jarasandha?
Mhm.
So in Mahabharata, Jarasandha, one king, he gave one fruit to his two queens. And when they gave birth, one half of this body and one half of this body was born.
Yeah.
So astrologers told that no, it's a very dangerous sign. Throw them in the forest. Then these soldiers have taken that body and thrown the two halves. Then Jara, a particular demon, she was living, and then she joined them both, and it has become a baby.
Okay.
So the lady is living in the forest, but she is having complete knowledge of medicine. Now, to prove this point, recently I've seen an article, not article, news. One baby was thrown into drainage by a mother, thrown and left and went off. Then a dog went inside the drainage and brought the baby and started looking after it.
Oh.
This happens. This time, all the time in the world, these things happen. We'll be surprised to know how things are happening. But these are not coming into limelight because of the commerce activity. Anyhow, so we'll talk about it later on. I think we're running out of time. So Tarun, so be very careful in this. Vedam has no timeline like this.
Okay.
You cannot tell. No astronomical event is recorded and written in Rig Veda.
Mhm.
It's wrong. It's given something else, but they understood something else.
Okay.
And similarly, Saraswati, name Saraswati means Madhyamika Vaku. That's the meaning of that. And these are things, the names like that. And now coming to Ramayana Mahabharata, yes, astronomical events possible. It's possible because
Okay.
they are written by humans, observations and writing. Okay,
Yeah.
Tarun?
Yes.
So I think we will conclude this way and we will make another session with this. Okay, Tarun?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So are you sure now you got a gist of what we are talking?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Andy.
Okay, sir. Tarun,
And I have one last thing.
Yeah.
So
Proceed.
we have talked about Sankalpa, right? Sankalpa.
Sankalpa.
Sankalpa. So we have all the Manvantara time period and etc. He talks about the Yuga dogma as well. So he says that Yuga not exactly means the Mahayuga, not exactly means the 4.32 million years. Yuga means many other things, but it cannot be given to our history. That's what he says.
Okay. Tell me, just tell me what's the time in your watch right now? Exactly your time. Tell me.
8:1.
8. So what is your time, Murli Garu?
7:1.
So who is right?
7 p.m.
Who is right? Both are right.
Yeah.
Because we all understand time zones. So using those days, they have divided time into different sections, depending on what their necessities are. You also remember in Mahabharata war, what happens is during the Gograhanam, then Arjuna comes out of the, his Ajnatavasam and he presents himself in front of the Bhishma and Drona and everybody. Then Duryodhana gets elated and says, oh, come on, Arjuna, we found you. We found you. So you have to do another 13, 14 years. Then Bhishmacharya will tell, no, son, it's not like that. You're taking Surya time period, whereas we are talking Chandra time period. So for Ajnatavasa on this thing, we have to take this type of time period, but not this type of time period. So there are many issues which we'll talk later on. Okay.
And sorry, I just forgot. Yeah, one last thing. So talking about the 4.32 million years, he refers to Surya Siddhanta. This is in another video of his.
Yeah.
But he refers to Surya Siddhanta and says where that number came from.
Yeah.
So he talks like he says like the rishis or whoever has written the Surya Siddhanta takes 4.32 million rotations of the sun around the earth, and for these number of rotations of the sun, how many rotations did the moon take, and the sun and the other grahas, what we call as grahas, Saturn, Jupiter. So with that, they will get the precise rotational periods of the planets. That's why they took 4.32, and it should not be given to the yuga, is what he's saying.
Now, what he said is partially correct, but I gave you in one of the videos how they came to know about 4.32 million years, about this Kali Yuga. I'll explain this one exclusively in some other video with scientific evidence.
Okay.
You'll be surprised to know, wow. So that wow factor, I'll give you that time. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay then. Okay,
Yeah,
Shastri.
that's it. That's all.
Tarun, we all have to understand that no additions, no subtractions can be done with Vedas exclusively. In any other thing we can do it, but not with Vedas. So if anyone is trying to refer that, that's fine. But if anyone is trying to include something into Vedas, we should not be believing that. With that, we'll conclude this.
Yeah.
Oh.